One, two, action. Welcome, guys, to Roxy City Walk.
Woohoo!
So this is our second behind the screen hashtag, and our next film is directed by a female. It's her debut film from New Zealand.
The moment you watch the movie, you realize it's been directed by a woman. After you watch the movie, write back on the scene page and tell us if you thought it makes sense that it's directed by a movie. The whole movie is from a female POV, and it's more about, you look at what things they focused on, nice, beautiful scenery.
What I did like, look, there are some things that I didn't like and a lot of things that I did like. I think it's a very feminine film, as you said. It's very sensitive, but that doesn't mean a woman should direct it. I disagree.
No, but being a feminine or not should not have a bearing on how you direct a movie. You direct a movie based on the story and based on bringing out what this movie is all about. And this movie is about relationships, right?
It's relationship. I think it's about a teenager who is very, very disturbed in her emotional well-being. Like, she's coming of age. She's like a lost teenager.
And what happens is when you bring this external influence into the serenity surroundings that you have, it brings out the cracks that are available, the cracks that are already visible in certain relationships. And this is where the movie, I think, is about. It's not so much about her as much about where they go in from there.
This is what I love about filmmaking, because for him it's about the cracks of the relationship, but for me it was more about the teenager herself. Yes, so the teenage it's about the journey of this girl who's really struggling to find attention and love everywhere. And she thinks that every person who looks at her really loves her, and she loves them in an instant. And like, she's 16, lies about her age, obviously, and does stuff that she's not supposed to do, blah, blah, blah. But I think the gem of the film really comes down to how delicately it was directed. Like, there's so much said without really saying it out loud. Do you know what I mean? Like, the cinematography, the unspoken words, the quiet moments. I think that builds the tension in the film for me.
The thing that I did not like about the movie is that the director made her quiet the whole movie. She says maybe two words every now and then. It's like you have to pull the words out of her mouth, and by the time she then comes out with what the issue with her was,
right,
you've already it's towards the end of the movie, right? And for me, you need to hear that a little bit earlier in the movie so you build your empathy or hate or whatever it is with her throughout the movie scenes.
I don't know if you feel the same way, but I also thought it was very interesting that they actually selected a Maori girl for the main character. Maori,
Yeah, but that's because they're in New Zealand. It makes sense.
No, I understand, but like, she goes to a typical, she goes to a non-Maori family. So there's also that kind of exotic clash.
I think for me that was more maybe to avoid the kind of negative thing in we're in New Zealand and you didn't cast anybody who's Aboriginal, you know what I mean?
Right.
But to me, that I didn't think that had any bearing on the story.
Okay.
Me personally.
I love the little kid. The little kid was
again,
like this, a little bit of sunshine in this gloomy world, where her dialogue was fun and it was
one
so
scene
cute. Yes, I remember.
That
I remember the digging.
Squeezed your heart.
Yeah, we don't want to give it away.
And you kind of wanna just, oh my God.
Yeah, if you have children, this is gonna really hit home. If you have kids, this scene is really hard.
Sometimes one little scene makes the whole movie, and for me that's the scene that just sticks in my mind. It makes the whole movie. I think there's a lot of beautiful scenery. I think the movie is a little bit slow. I mean, when you compare it to previous movies. Land of Mine. Sometimes you watch a great movie and you pick up one small thing. Sometimes one movie is one great thing after one another. So if I want to be objective to it, I'd say there were some nice things into it. If you have a family and you have kids and you have siblings and there's a lot of these things that you're going to draw into, and that, wow, and that's going to open some wounds in you, and that's going to make you think, wow, did I deal with that the right way or not the wrong way?
Right. So it's definitely a family drama, though.
Oh, absolutely family drama. But back to the point that I just want to say is that I don't think being a male or a female or whatever your gender is should have a bearing on the way you direct a movie, because then it's about you, it's not about the movie itself.
Yes, salam.
And where's my microphone?